This is my ranking of all of Ash Ketchum's 51 Pokemon that he has owned or caught, and Pokemon that he's released will be included as well, so hope you enjoy. Beedrill. Ash caught Beedrill during the Pokemon bug catching contest in Johto, so he didn't really have it for long. He didn't release it from the ball after he catched it, and he gave it straight to Casey afterwards. Raticate. Same as Beedrill, he didn't really use this. He only had it for a minute. He traded it with this guy on the SS Anne because the guy really liked trading, but Ash regretted it because Butterfree was the first Pokemon he caught, so he wanted to get it back, so he traded it back pretty much straight away. Oshawott. I found Oshawott really annoying. He used to always just pop out the ball just as Ash was about to battle, just as he was going to pick another Pokemon to use, and it always came out and just lost the battle for him. And also, how can a water type not see underwater? Scraggy. Never been the biggest fan of Scraggy. It was really weak after hatching from the egg, and it spent a lot of time training with Iris's Axew. It would have been nice for it to evolve into a Scrafty eventually, but it was just never strong enough. Meltan. Now, he's only just caught Meltan, so there's not really much to say. It's the first ever mythical he's caught, which is really, really cool, and I really hope he evolves it into a Melmetal and takes it to the Galar region with him. Boldore. Boldore didn't really do much. He had a good battle with Clay in the Unova region, but you didn't really see it much, so I would have liked to see it a bit more. Palpitoad. Just like Boldore, it didn't really appear that much. I do like Palpitoad and Seismitoad in the games, so I would have really liked if Ash's Palpitoad evolved into a Seismitoad. Would have been a big part of his Unova team. Pignite. I enjoyed its story about getting released at the start, but they didn't really do much else with it. They had like one more episode to do with it. Also, it didn't really seem that strong, and I'm not a big fan of it in the games. Leavanny. I like Leavanny. I like how it sews its own clothes for some of Ash's other Pokemon. It's pretty cool, but we didn't really see enough of it. Poipole. I did like Ash's Poipole. I think Showering the World with Love was a really good episode for it. It was really emotional. I was disappointed Ash released it. It would have been cool to see him with a Naganadel. Unpheasant. Wasn't really sure where to put Unpheasant, but it ended up here. It had a decent battle against Skylar, and that's it really. Torkoal. A lot of energy. He likes to cry a lot, but my least favourite of Ash's Hoenn team, and he had a very bad battling record. Noivern. Noivern was my least favourite of Ash's Kalos team. I don't hate it. I really like the episode where it evolves with the Zapdos in it. That was cool. Aipom. I really liked how Aipom always stole Ash's hat in the Battle Frontier. Eventually he traded it to Dawn, and now he's playing ping pong somewhere. But yeah, I really like Aipom. Glalie. I enjoyed this more as a Snorunt, but we didn't really get much screen time with it as a Glalie. Could have been better if he catched it much earlier in the Hoenn series. Gibble. It was funny how Gibble's Draco Meteor always hit Piplup. I'd love to see Gibble return and maybe evolve into a Garchomp one day. Rowlet. Rowlet is super chilled. I would have liked to see it evolve, but now it has the Everstone, it's not going to, but it's just still a cool little bird. It chills in Ash's backpack all the time. Kingler. Ash caught his Krabby outside Bill's lighthouse. Ever since then, he's been chilling at Oak's lab, and then his first battle, it destroys Mandy's whole team of Pokemon in the league. Tauros. Ash has 30 of these bad boys. He occasionally used to call on it to do a job, which I'd liked, and I enjoyed it most in the Orange League. Muck. I love how Muck smothers everyone he comes across. A little bit of a weird affection going on with Professor Oak. He did really well in the Pokemon League against that Bellsprout. Also, what happened to his smell? When Ash first caught him, he stunk, and now everyone's fine around him. Donphan. I really liked this as a Phanpy. We haven't really seen it that much as a Donphan, which is why I don't really have much to say about it. Torterra. As soon as it evolved into Grotto, it became terrible at battling. I did like how Paul's Torterra tried to teach it how to not use its speed and just take them hits. Corphish. Not the strongest of Pokemon, but I always enjoyed it when it was falling around on screen. There was that one episode where it ate loads of beach equipment and got really sick. Primeape. I really liked Ash's Primeape. I wish he would have kept it longer instead of taking it for training. I think it could have been a really good part of his Kanto team in the early days. Snivy, one of Ash's best Unova Pokemon, had a cool moveset. I do wish it would have evolved though. Quilava, didn't enjoy it too much as a Cyndaquil. It was quite funny that he couldn't get his flame lit sometimes. Giggity. Thought it was cool when he came back and evolved at the Sinnoh League. Torracat. Torracat's one of Ash's coolest Pokemon. It's got a really cool backstory with its mentor Scoutland passing away, and it's got a really cool rivalry with Kukui's Incineroar. I do hope that Torracat evolves into Incineroar before Alola ends. Bayleaf. I found Chikorita quite annoying. It always got jealous of Ash's Pikachu, but then it got a lot stronger as Bayleaf and I didn't mind it as much. Butterfree was the first Pokemon that Ash ever caught. It was really sad when he released it in Bye Bye Butterfree. Weasel. I thought Weasel was perfect for Ash's Sinnoh team. Thought it had a really cool attitude and fitted Ash perfectly. This is one of the rare occasions that I'm glad one of Ash's Pokemon didn't evolve. Noctowl. Ash's only ever shiny Pokemon. Didn't actually know it was shiny for years after though. I really enjoyed some of the episodes with Noctowl, especially the Morty Gym battle. Gliscor. I really liked it as a Gligar, how it couldn't fly, and then Gary came and helped Ash train it to fly, and giving it the Razor Fang and eventually evolving it into a Gliscor. Swellow. Still a few flying types left. Swellow was cool since it was Ash's first Hoenn capture. Had some good episodes like the Ringer contest and the battle versus Tate and Liza. Totodile. I always picked Totodile in the games. Ash's was like a Pokemon version of Brock. He loved dancing around and battling. He just had so much positive energy about him. Talonflame. I really like Talonflame's typing, and it's one of Ash's best flying types. Another cool evolution in the Moltres episode as well. Howlucha, one of Ash's unique Pokemon, had its very own battling style. It did very well in the Kalos League, and I really like this thing. Pidgeot, Ash's first flying bird. Still waiting for him to go back to it as he promised. It would have been nice to see Pidgeotto evolve sooner, then we would have got to see Pidgeot do more. Squirtle. Squirtle's been around for so long. He's gotten Ash out of many situations in battle. I love its Squirtle Squad sunglasses as well. Lapras. Lapras was a great way to travel through the Orange Islands. It was also great in battle. I would love to see a Lapras again. Heracross. It was Ash's first Pokemon he caught in Johto. I would have liked to see Ash use it a bit more, but it's always been really iconic for me. Lycanroc. Really liked it as a Rockruff. Had a temper about him and wanted to be stronger, learning with the mother Rockruff, and then it finally evolved into the Dust form after the battle with Olivia, which was really cool. Crocodile. Starting off the top 10 with Ash's last Unova Pokemon, and by far his best of Unova. Followed him around as a Sandile and a Crocorock, and then he finally caught him. He obviously had the trademark sunglasses as well. It was a surprise when he caught him, but it was a really good one. Staraptor. Ash's best flying type by far. It was so strong in battle and it was a crucial part of his Sinnoh League team. Bulbasaur. Probably Ash's strongest first evolution Pokemon. It's been around for so long, it's become one of his most iconic Pokemon. Would have been nice to get a Venusaur, but his Bulbasaur was very cool. Snorlax. Snorlax is one of Ash's powerhouses. I loved it when he brought it back for battles such as Claire and Johto and the Battle Frontier ones. Goodra. Goodra was the first pseudo-legendary Ash ever owned. It was so strong in battle. I loved its battle with Clemont, and it did really well in the Kalos League. Pikachu. The mascot of Pokemon. Ash's first ever Pokemon. Pikachu has took down so many Pokemon for Ash, and some powerful ones as well, such as Latios and Metagross. It's been around since the start and we all love it. Greninja. Greninja could possibly be Ash's strongest Pokemon of all time. When it got the bond and turned into Ash Greninja, it was unstoppable. It's a shame it lost to Alain's Mega Charizard in the league, but Greninja really was incredible. Sceptile. I love Sceptile. Sceptile is my favourite of the Hoenn starters, so I loved it when Ash had one. Had some great battles, including in the Sinnoh League where it took down Tobias' Darkrai. Had a really cool story where it got its heart broken, and had that fight with the Tropius. But yeah, Sceptile's third. Infernape. Infernape was one of Ash's strongest Pokemon, who gave us so much good story. The rivalry between Ash and Paul was massively revolved around Infernape, when Paul released it and Ash took it to try and show Paul how to train it right. Eventually, Ash got the best out of Paul in the Sinnoh League and mastered Infernape's Blaze ability. First place, and Ash's best Pokemon in my opinion, is Charizard. It's my favourite of Ash's Pokemon. It has a great story. It finally starts obeying Ash in Charizard Chills, which is one of my favourite episodes of all time. Since then, it's always been around to help Ash out whenever he needs it, like against Claire's Dragonite or Nolan's Articuno, and then later on Iris's Dragonite. It had a little rivalry with that. Charizard is one of the most iconic Pokemon in the history of the game and the show, and that's why it's number 1. I'm really interested to see what Ash is going to get in the Galar region. I think Sobble will suit his personality. Also, I hope his Meltan evolves into a Melmetal when he takes that to the Galar region. But thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and see you later.